guess who discovered bandicut? This guy did. Yeah. Alright, so right now I've got the Titanic, the version that came with the game when I downloaded it, or at least the best version. And this is it after I've done some of my own stuff to it. What I've done for a lot of the ships in the game, like I mentioned last time, is I filled in most of the ships. And the Titanic was no exception. What I did at the front, I put in cargo holds, whatever was at the front of the ship. I think it was crew quarters, but yeah, here's cargo holds. I added in a little hatch, so there's that. It's nice. It's just the bridge area. It's mostly sealed off for, I don't know why I did that, I can't remember. But yeah, it's got the light or whatever up here. Nice vent. What I meant to be a vent, but it's just a little triangle. Now behind it is the crew quarters, or the most detailed crew quarters that I could make. And behind that is the radio room. I did not mean to do that, oh well. Right here is the grand staircase with a glass dome on top because I thought, why not? And this is the gym. It's got the rowing machine, the punching bag, I guess. Down here you got several first-class cabins, nice, beds right here. Keep going back, you got good luxury restaurant, table, seats, all the way back through here. Some more cabins, this big empty hallway, more cabins, and a little promenade deck with, wooden chairs, or benches, or, no, yeah, chairs, going through it all. The type you would find at beaches. Let's see, second or third class restaurant. I'm gonna go with third class, maybe. I don't really know, actually. Here we got, I don't really know what to put here, so I just put in wooden seats. Yeah, I know, I could have just, gone on the internet, looked at a cross-section of the Titanic, used that, but, oh well. So you go back through here, you got third class cabin areas in the back. I meant to fill this all in at some point, but kinda slipped me. Got the turbine right here, the engines, boilers, lots of boilers. Now I have discovered how the boilers are actually placed there. They should be a lot smaller than this, and these should be coal chutes. But I don't know. I kind of like it the way they are. Now these parts are filled in because the boilers they put a lot of weight on the midsection. It just dives down and leaves these parts sticking up. So I had to put weights on them. So most of it's filled in. So yeah, I think it looks pretty nice from my angle. It's got cranes and stuff. It's got masts, and it's got funnels with whistles. I know I put the whistles on the wrong side, but didn't really look too good over here. It's a bit of a battle here between realisticness and aesthetics. Yeah. So I know why you came here. You wanted to watch this sink. Now, it's not going to sink any different than a regular Titanic would, but I might as well. Now I think the iceberg, it came in through here, punched open all of these compartments, but only punched open 12 square feet of space, about half the size of a door. So I don't like it. I don't like giving it this really long streak because that's very unrealistic. So what I like to do, I like to poke a little hole in here, poke a little hole in here, poke a bigger hole in here, then a little hole in here, and it starts going under just like that. Now it was a very calm night, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, that was water pressure. Wave height gone. So it starts flooding like that, very, very slowly. Now if you've seen Titanic sink in real time, you'll know that 2/3 of it was just this, slowly inching its way down into the water. I'm gonna speed that up a little. Water pressure's at 5, going under a little bit faster. Still going under, still going under. The bow doesn't actually go under until about 2/3 in. And even then it's listing to port. But I couldn't make it list to port here. I can do it with one other ship I'm going to show you. But other than that, yep, bow's going under, cargo hatch goes under. It's pretty much screwed when the cargo hatch goes under. Yep, water pressure is still at 1. Don't worry, it's going to get into the bridge through this little vent right here. Yeah, still going under, unloading collapsible boats. One of them lands on top of, you know, the wireless operator, all that crap. Still going under, yeah. Gets around the first funnel. So water starts compressing the base of the funnel. Snap, snap, snap. Yeah, I know it's not as fun when I pause it, but I can't really get to it in time otherwise. Man, stuff just bends like crazy in this version. Alright, so Grand Staircase is going under. It was described by one survivor as turning into this little whirlpool once the skylight collapsed, which is what's going to happen here. Now again, referring back to the Titanic Honor and Glory real-time sinking video, I did see that the second funnel exploded in lots of flames, I guess, so it's just damaged just a little bitty bit, and then take that off. I think a boiler or something exploded beneath it. So yeah, ship's going under, beginning its final plunge. So yeah, you gotta watch out for this when it goes under. And it did, and now the ship breaks up. Wasn't exactly a clean break. Nobody really knows where the actual break happened, but I would like to say it happened in between the second and third funnels, right about here. So I'm just gonna split that open. It's not a very worthwhile cut when you just turn the strength down, I find. But yeah. Also left behind a double bottom hull as it was going down. They found them on the wreck, like 70 feet of the hull, like this part right here was found on the ocean floor, separated at the point where it broke in half. It's a pretty interesting find. So yeah, let's just say the boiler fell out and was later found by Robert Ballard when he was searching for the wreck. So anyways, funnel pops off, could crash. This part comes off, but most of the section below the third funnel is just gone. Basically, some say it was destroyed in the actual breakup. Others say it was destroyed when the stern section came spiraling towards the bottom of the ocean. It's just destroyed this bulkhead, so it's a little bit of a faster sinking. So that's the way it looks right now. Okay, the funnels are gonna float here for a while, by the way. Probably could have made those a bit better. Then again, it is realistic to have just this outer shell through here, but they sink so slowly for some reason when you do that. I'm thinking about either just taking out the siding or filling in the whole thing, though that might add extra weight. So let's just say breakup happens, you know, starts going under, bow section is gone, second funnel's gone, all this stuff happens. Now, according to James Cameron's little video, the fourth funnel was still kind of attached when it happened, so I'm just gonna probably came off as it was going under. Just gonna turn the water pressure up, so it's a bit of a more realistic sinking. Now again, realistically, it went down. The stern section was completely over to port, like on its side, and then sank that way. But I can't really do that here. So it's still going under, still going under. Yeah, propellers are poking out. All this stuff is happening. Alright, let's just say it was at this point that the fourth funnel came off. I don't think James Cameron showed that in his video. But, yeah, popped off here. Let's just say that. And still, there we are. See, doesn't that look like a Titanic sinking to you? I think it does. So yeah, mast is going under, all that stuff. Yeah. This part's still going under. And it is just about gone. Let's see, it's got the Chief Baker probably somewhere up here, still full of alcohol. And it's gone. Now the next of my Olympic class ships we're going to look at is, well, actually I didn't plan this out much. Oh yeah, so we just sank the Titanic. That was interesting. So might as well bring in the sequel. Okay, I'm going to decrease the ocean depth. That'll make everything a lot easier. And I just launched Titanic into space. Alright. So that'll make everything a lot easier. I took the time to make the Titanic wreckage. Yeah. It's got cargo hatch, part of the mast. There's a lot of stuff I couldn't do in this game that's on the actual Titanic wreck, so I kind of put my own spin to it. Grand staircase, swell thing. It's got boilers that kind of exploded as it went down. It's got boiler, first funnel, second funnel, double bottom hole. Yeah, I know both the double bottoms were found closer to the stern, but oh well. It's got the top of these decks, you know, it came off as the stern went under. It's got part of the hull, decks, third funnel. See part of the decks again, double bottom hull, crane, decks, hull, decks, mast, random debris, mast, fourth funnel, decks, more decks, and the stern section. Now the stern section is in very bad shape on the Titanic wreck, so I wanted to reflect that. There's not really anything interesting in it anymore. So I'm doing this with no water pressure so that you can see it a bit better. Still going under. I couldn't really do anything to make the front of the ship buried in the sand very easily. So there's not going to be much of that. But yeah. This is I consider this pretty cool. It's got, you know, debris is just about every part of the ship is accounted for in this. It's got most of the bridge destroyed. I think it was by the mast colliding into it on the actual wreck, but I couldn't do that. Actually, I probably could have done that, but yeah, I might do it later if I can. So anyways, these back decks have pretty much collapsed over the years. So is the crow's nest. Let's say some expedition came in at some point in like 1989. I think that's when the crow's nest fell off. But yeah, it did. Fell off crashed around here towards the well deck. But yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting representation of the Titanic wreck. Very detailed, I'd imagine. It's got the propellers part buried in the sand. All that stuff. It's got now I know most of this is destroyed in the wreck, but I don't want to do that here. Yeah, I think this deck folded onto this one. Most of the stuff came off. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened on the way down. And to include the most realistic part, I'm gonna do that. There, now it's full of water like in real life. You happy now? Yeah. Alright, next up. Point C, about 6. That's the usual for the Olympic class. That's what I found at least. Let's see. What shall I use? Yeah, this is the Titanic side view. Now, I could not stop it from listing at all, no matter how much I tried to balance it. It just started listing to either side, and I just couldn't stop it. So let's say before it lists over, iceberg comes in, bam, does that. Putting water pressure at 10, starts leaning this way, leaned back over to port, and stayed that way in the actual sinking. But I don't think I can do anything about that. So lists over, funnel comes off, let's just say that happened, and starts going under. Starting to do that jiggling thing. Alright. I'm gonna turn the strength down to 0 so it just breaks and gets it over with. Like that. And the ship is gone. I usually put the strength about 3 for these early 19th century ocean liners. Find that it's that it makes the ship weak, but not, you know, too weak, so that it just splinters apart when you load it. So it comes down here, and then I used to have you know, lifeboat davits on this, but oh well. Alright, what else shall we use? This is the Olympic. It's basically the Titanic, but 1 pixel less long. Oh yeah, this was before I added all the stuff up here and revamped this. This was before I did a lot of that stuff. So basically it's just the Titanic, 1 pixel less, I guess, less long. I added 1 extra pixel of length to the Britannic, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that right now. Now, the fate of the Olympic in real life, it was scrapped in 1935. Had to do something for the Great Depression. They tried to turn it into a floating hotel. That didn't really go anywhere, so it never really sank or anything. But I've decided, yeah, let me just do that and make this a bit more entertaining. Yeah, don't you like seeing that? Oh yeah, so the bridge is actually sealed off this time. I'm just gonna poke a hole in the window, and there, now it's gone. Turning strength down, and now let's crack it apart. Let's see, second funnel is gone. Breaking up. Alright. Now on a more serious note, let's go with the HMT Olympic, Her Majesty's transport ship. It's revamped with dazzle camouflage for World War I to avoid U-boats. That's what I did here. I looked up a model of the Olympic in dazzle camouflage. Still got some stuff to touch up on, like filling this part in, you know, completing this little thing here. Oh, and I matched up all the blue stuff with the shade of blue that represents the actual thing it's made of. Like, got the wooden blue right here. It's very hard to see. Iron blue, stuff like that. So anyways, let's just pretend it was actually torpedoed in real life. Kablambo. Torpedoed. And now it's sinking. Just a little bitty bit. Got torpedoed right where the Lusitania was, I think. Yeah, so it starts going under this way, you know. I don't really like how the water comes up in this big ball up through here. I don't think that's very realistic, but yeah, well. So this part comes off. Yeah, bends over because this part's bending. So yeah, cargo hatch goes under, and now it's flooding like several times as fast now, even after more and more decks are going under. And this part's actually coming out pretty good, very realistically. The funnels, yeah, let's say they didn't come off this time. So yeah, starts creaking up here. It's about to break, and let's just say it did. Kabam. Oh yeah, funnels have a knack for ripping everything off when the ship is at 0 strength. Yeah, there, now we got an entire stern section just snapped right off. Cool. So the rest of this goes under, kinda destroyed-ish. This part starts flooding, you know, keeps going this way. Water pressure is still at 10, so it's going under pretty fast. Yep, goes down this way, and the decks are gone. So the grain's gone, very Titanic style, but a lot more, I don't know, a lot deeper, I guess. So you never really see the rudder or propellers or anything, and it is gone. The rest of it's down here, doing its thing. First funnel is going through the roof, literally. Ha 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 ha. Alright. So the rest of it's coming down through here, towards the bottom. Alright. And the mast is still attached by ropes. Let me fix that. There we are. So this comes down to the bottom. I'm actually showing what happens as it hits the bottom, unlike Touch Them All or other guys. I don't really think I've seen anybody else play this game. Probably should. So first that comes down, let's load in something. Yeah, I would go with one of these two, but they just slow down my computer a lot. So I'm going to go with the Titanic and the tugboat. Yep, what I did here, I basically just took, where is it? Let's see here. Yeah, I took this, basically revamped the tugboat into this, and attached it to the Titanic using ropes. Now I have tried sinking one of these ships and seeing if it'll pull the other down. At strength 3, it's very hard to, the ropes are hard to break, but the Titanic will often go down and pull this under, but this will usually snap off the Titanic when it goes under. Yeah, let's just do it for fun. Let's see. Something happens, somebody machine guns the hull of the Titanic, starts going under, just straight under, everyone's screwed. Oh no, the ship's getting machine gunned by something, by artillery or something. Machine gun artillery, sounds cool. So their status goes under, funnels are gone, and it starts pulling this. Yeah, very slowly at first, but just to make it a bit easier, let's pop this window. Yeah, it's really stretching out there. Just in case, putting it to 10. Starts pulling it under a little bit more. Let's just so it'll flood faster. Yep. It's pulling the Titanic down. And it's starting to raise up. It's going under, water's starting to flood. That's good. And now the ship is really going under now. Let's just say that popped again. And there, yeah, ship's going straight down. Should probably make this into its own little boat. Call it White Star Tugboat. Yeah, that's what I'll call it. So anyways, pulls that down, and let's see, bow's almost gone. You never see a ship sink by the bow. Something you almost never get to see. It's very, very interesting when you do. Let's see, it's coming in through the cargo hatch, and it's all gone. Yeah, never thought you'd see this, would you? Yeah, I didn't think I'd see it. Let's see, yep, the ropes have snapped off. Alright, let's see, let's go with the Britannic this time. Bring water pressure down to 0. And let's see here. So I did with the Britannic, I made it look the way it did on the day it was sunk. Yeah, all these are open because what happened was it hit the mine right about here, and the explosion kind of warped the hull and prevented the watertight doors in these compartments from closing. I don't think they know how many. They went in to try and investigate it, but the Greek government shut them down. So anyways, one of the reasons that the ship sank so fast was because a lot of people left portholes open. That didn't happen on the Titanic because it was a cold night, but a lot of people left portholes open, so water came in through those, and that kind of doomed the ship. So I never found any room to make any of the really big lifeboat davits that the Britannic had, but oh well. So I just kind of took the Titanic and put a stripe across it, called it the Britannic. But yeah, I even put soot on the funnels like it was in real life. But yeah, let's sink this. I gotta put the ocean depth down to about half the length of the ship, right about there, because the Britannic sank in 400 feet of water, and the ship was about 900 feet long, so I think this evens out pretty good. Now it does hit the bottom a lot sooner than the actual Britannic did, but oh well. So it does this. Let's see, it's going across, mine hits right about here, kablambo, and the ship starts flooding. So what happened as it was going under, It's got, yeah, the propellers started raising up because the ship was listing to starboard, and it chopped up a few lifeboats. That was responsible for about 28 of the 30 deaths on the ship that happened. But other than that, almost everybody got out okay. Let's make this a little bit faster. The speed that the ship actually sunk took about a third of the time it took for the Titanic to sink. Maybe about 40% of the time. I don't know. So it starts going under this way. It's got water filling up the bow section. Portholes are starting to go under, flooding even faster. I couldn't make it list over. I saw one guy on YouTube who did make a version of this that was on its side, but then he deleted it right after. That was annoying. But oh well, still going under this way. Let's see, it's beginning its final plunge about now. Let's see, now the captain up here, he sees the little deck flooding, he's like, maybe I could try and beach this on Kia, which is like 4 miles away. Yeah, this'll work. Then, you know, he's finally like, ah, crap. Decides, yeah, I'm gonna get out, gets out into the water, all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's how he escaped. Got out as the bridge was going under. At this point, the funnel snaps off, still attached to the ship by a few strings, or at least it gets caught in here. I don't really know, but that's why it was found so close to the wreck. While these 3 were found further away. So it continues going under like this. It's about to basically snaps right there. So it keeps going under like that. Starts pulling the stern up. The propellers, they should have been long out by now. But around this stage in the sinking, it starts listing over to starboard and into its present day state on its side. So it keeps going under like that, and the bow hits the bottom, kind of warping it as it did. The ship twisted around as it hit the bottom, which is why the hole in the bow is so big, and why it's separated from the rest of the ship. Let's just see, it was. I think it's attached by a few portions of B deck, but I don't really know how to recreate that. So see, this funnel snaps off, and it continues going down. Let's see, going in through the portholes, still flooding. Yeah, let's see. Now the ship is pretty much full on its side by now. I haven't made a side version of this yet. I might in the future, so that'll be interesting. Okay, this snaps off, falls into the water, starts flooding, goes under. The first funnel's still down here somewhere. You know, so the rest of it's going under like this. Still on its side. Just slowly going under. If you watch the real-time Britannic sinking video by Titanic Honor and Glory, you'll know what I mean. But it's just about gone. Now this wreck, it's even though it's in shallower water, it's a lot more intact than the Titanic. Nobody really knows why, but yeah. Actually, I think it was because there's a lot more competition for organisms that feed on wrecks in here. On the Titanic, it's just rusticles all over. They're free to devour whatever they want. So yeah, this funnel's still here. That shouldn't be here. Go under. Come on. Bye. Alright, what else do we have here? I think we've been through all these. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put back where it all started, right here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right about here. This has been fun. Yeah. Gonna split that open. This has been fun. Got to show off my own version of the Olympic class ships that I filled in. And yeah, I think this has been pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna leave you here to watch this sink. Bye.